Okay, in the earlier class, we were discussing about how to use a Smith chart to find uh, uh, VSWR and reflection coefficient. Okay, for any given load, we can find the reflection coefficient. It is the ratio of reflected wave phasor divided by the incident wave phasor reflection coefficient. Okay, this is a reflected wave phasor divided by incident wave phasor that we can find easily from the Smith chart instead of using that mathematical equation. So that we were discussing in the earlier class. So for any given load like this, so you mark the given load on the Smith chart. So normalized load we have to take like this and mark it over the Smith chart. Okay, so this is a load of 70 plus J30 we were discussing in the earlier class. This normalized value is equal to this and we marked it over the Smith chart. This is a point, A is a point, and from Smith chart we can find this value, that is the magnitude of reflection coefficient and phase of the reflection coefficient. To find the magnitude of reflection coefficient, I told you to measure the distance using scale on your Smith chart. Hard copy you have to take and mark. Okay, this point on the Smith chart. And one more measurement we have to do is simply draw a line, one line, anywhere, any direction, maybe this way or this way, anywhere. Okay, from center of the Smith chart to point this to the r is equal to 0 circle. This is r is equal to 0 circle. Okay, that distance you measure using a scale on the hard copy. Next, we should measure the distance from center of the Smith chart to the load point, wherever our load is there. This is our load point. This is the one we marked here. From here to here, that is a OA here. You measure that OA, and from here to r is equal to 0 circle. Take a OP. Take a ratio that gives the magnitude of reflection coefficient. This tau. And the phase of the reflection coefficient, that is on the reflection coefficient scale. So as we were discussing in the earlier class, this is the reflection coefficient scale. Okay, so positive angle is starting from 0 here, from here 0 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 like this. So this is the reflection coefficient angle scale. So we have to measure the angle from here. Okay, so like this. So if the point, always used to start from here. If the point is upper part, you see in the upper part you should start and move in the like this towards increasing value of reflection coefficient. Okay, it is 42 here, 42 degrees, this pi a, as I was telling in the previous class. Okay, if the point is below, you should go in this direction, and the values, reflection coefficient, angle values are written here also. See here, reflection minus 10, minus 20, similarly minus 30, those values are there here also. Okay, below this part. So that we have to take. Okay, angle and magnitude of the reflection coefficient, that we were discussing in the earlier class of our different loads. So this is a one more load. Okay, that is load is equal to this, Z0 is equal to 50 ohm. This is a normalized load, we marked that, and we obtained a value of OB by OP. So this is just a ratio of this distance to this distance OP. This remains okay up to this point, whatever the distance, maximum scale distance. Okay, using scale you have to measure it. Okay, on your Smith chart. Okay, that we were discussing how to do the reflection coefficient, and also we were discussing how to find the VSWR over the Smith chart using a Smith chart. Okay, after marking this load, okay, we have to move towards the generator on the VSWR scale like this, the VSWR circle. Whenever this VSWR circle cuts the right side of the Smith chart, see here, you stop. Okay, there you measure the resistance, measure the value of impedance, whatever the impedance. Okay, that is the value of VSWR. That is actually the impedance, maximum impedance you can observe on the VSWR circle. See, if you move like this, this is, we are moving over a VSWR circle. This is nothing but we are moving over a transmission line. We are moving over a transmission line towards the generator like this. If you move like this, this is nothing but moving on a transmission line towards the generator. As we move towards the generator, we are coming across maximum value of impedance, minimum value of impedance, and in between those values, so you can find any value. See like this, if you move like this, okay, this is moving on a transmission line. So impedance variation you can easily read from here, because impedance at any position, see for example I am on the transmission line at some point here. What is the value of impedance here? Read the resistance circle passing through that point, see like this, and the reactance circle. See, this is a reactance circle. See, reactance. So at that particular point, note down the value of resistance circle value and reactance circle value. That gives the impedance at that position. That is the impedance on that transmission line. Similarly, if you go on moving, you can impedance varies. You can see the impedance variation, and we can measure also. And you can observe the maximum impedance appears whenever you come here. Impedance changes, but whenever this VSWR circle cuts the right side of this, okay, at this position, impedance is maximum. Okay, you can compare this value with all values over here or over here, anywhere. You measure the impedance here anywhere over entire this circle and compare with this value. Okay, always this value is highest than whatever the readings you can measure over this one. Okay, that's why this is the maximum impedance what is observed on the transmission line. Okay, that is actually happens at a V maxima position. See like this, whenever you move like this, okay, if you move like this, at this V maxima position there is a maximum impedance is there. See like this, if you move, maximum impedance appears here. So that is what we can see here, maximum impedance. Okay, that we can read here. It is 1.8. X value is equal to 0 here. X value is 0. Z maxima is a 1 point. This is normalized value. Multiply with Z naught, we will be getting exact actual value of the Z maxima. So this Z maxima itself is a VSWR. Z maxima, normalized Z maxima itself is equal to VSWR. So the Z maxima is 1.8, because see what is the impedance here. You read the resistance circle value and reactance circle value. Resistance circle value is here, this is a circle passing, this circle, its number is 1.8 here, 1.8. Okay, but reactance circle, see, this is a reactance circle, it is not passing. This is a reactance circle, it is also not passing. So this reactance circle is passing. Actually this value is equal to 0, this reactance circle value. So reactance is 0, resistance is 1.8. So the answer is 1.8, normalized impedance. Okay, that itself is a VSWR, because normalized impedance, this R maxima is given by R maxima, actually R naught into S, that we derived in the earlier class. R maxima is equal to R naught into S. Normalize this, what do you get? This is S. That itself is a VSWR. So you can easily read that value VSWR from the Smith chart. Okay, it is at the right side here, whatever the value comes. Okay, so reflection coefficient you can measure, VSWR you can measure, and also Z maxima here. Similarly, I told for a different loads. See like this is second example. This is the load here. To find the VSWR, and already we know how to do this. Okay, to find the VSWR, from here you move like this. Okay, whenever it intersect with the right side of this Smith chart, you stop here. Read the whatever the value of impedance here. That is the Z maxima. As I said, the maximum value always occurs here. Okay, go on moving over a VSWR circle. Whenever this VSWR circle intersect the right side of this Smith chart horizontal line, you stop. Read the impedance there. Impedance means resistance value and reactance value. Again at this position, okay, this is a 4. This is 4. R value is 4 here. Okay, R value is 3 here. Okay, this is R is equal to 4 circle. This is a 3.8. See here, one more circle is there, 3.8, and this is a 3.6. So R value is 3.6, but X value is again 0, because this is here. Okay, X value is 0 only. So our R maximum is Z maximum 3.6. That itself is equal to VSWR 3.6. So we can find easily VSWR value and maximum value of impedance. Okay, 3.6 multiply, get a actual Z maxima, you should multiply this by Z naught, but VSWR value is 3.6 only. Okay, for VSWR value you should not multiply this by Z naught. VSWR is 3.6 only, but actual value of impedance is Z maximum is 3.6 multiplied by Z naught. Okay, that way we have to do. So that we were discussing in the earlier class how to find one. Okay, so now see, similar to this and also we did for this also one more load. Okay, this is for R is equal to, okay, this. Okay, R is equal to, hello, is it audible? Hello, audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So one more
Yes,
load.
ma'am.
Okay, one more load we took. That is a point here. This is a 3. Okay, this example we were taken. Okay, for this load, that is okay. This. Okay, this is the load here, point 0 plus J50. For this we got this normalized impedance. So we marked it, okay, and we found this reflection coefficient. Okay, again OC divided by OP here, and VSWR value is, you should move from here. This is a VSWR circle here for this load, okay, this is a VSWR circle, so it cuts somewhere here. So you read whatever the impedance here. Actually this is Z value is equal to, R value is infinity here at this position. Okay, so that itself is a VSWR is infinity for this load, okay. So that we were discussing in the earlier class. Now we will see there is a minima also on the transmission line. As you know, see like this, as you move like this, there is a minimum value of impedance. See, if you move like this, at wherever voltage is minima, there minimum impedance is there. Okay, you can find this minimum impedance also. You got how to find a maximum impedance. Okay, over the transmission VSWR circle we have to move, and we can, wherever it cuts the right side of the speed chart, that horizontal axis, you have to stop there and read the value of impedance. That gives the maximum impedance. Similarly, you can find the minimum impedance also. What is the minimum impedance? Okay, to find that, what we have to do, you should start moving from here. See, like again from here. Okay, you go on moving like this. So as we saw, you can observe this is a maximum value of impedance what we can observe on the line. See, if you move like this, there are impedance variation is there. Okay, you can read that. And similarly, if you move like this, go on moving, you can observe the impedance whatever you observe at this position, left side of the left side of this Smith chart, wherever this VSWR circle cuts the left side of the horizontal line. See, this is a horizontal line. Okay, it is cutting left side of this Smith chart somewhere here. You read the impedance here. That is a minimum impedance you can observe on this VSWR circle. So as we move like this, impedance will go on changes. Okay, you can read that impedance. You go on observe that value of impedance. You will see whenever you come to here. Okay, you read the impedance here. That is a minimum impedance you can observe over the entire this circle. Okay, you read all the values. You can see this is the minimum impedance you can observe. Okay, so this is a Z minimum. This is a Z minimum, because as you move like this over a transmission line, impedance changes. This point you can get a maximum value of impedance, because from the Smith chart only. Okay, if you move like this, all these are values, impedance values, but whenever you come to here, we can see that is a maximum impedance. Similarly, impedance changes here. Okay, whenever you come, some impedance will be here, but that is a minimum impedance what you can observe. Okay, but if you go like this, impedance increases. Okay, and it becomes maximum here, but here it is a minimum. Okay, so like that, this is a minimum impedance what you can observe on the Smith chart. So wherever the VSWR circle, draw the VSWR circle, move over the VSWR circle. Okay, so you stop wherever this VSWR circle cuts the left side of the Smith chart, horizontal line on the left side of the Smith chart. Here you stop here, read the impedance at this position. Okay, that is the minimum impedance. Okay, but it is not equal to VSWR, it is the minimum impedance. What is that value here? For example, this is a 0.6 here, this is a 0.5. 0.5 line, R is equal to 0.5 here. This is R is equal to 0.6 circle. What is the impedance here? It is a resistance circle value and a reactance circle value at this position. What is the resistance circle value? You see which resistance circle is passing through this point. You see, this is the circle, this circle, this circle. What is the circle value? This is 0.6 here, it is 0.5. So in between that 0.55 approximately I have taken. Okay, 0.55. So that resistance value is a 0.55. What is the reactance value? Reactance circle, you see the reactance circle, which reactance circle passing through this point. So this is a reactance circle, it is not passing, this is not passing, this reactance circle is also not passing. Okay, these are reactance circles, this is a reactance but it is not passing, this is reactance, it is not passing. See, one more reactance is there here, that is passing. Actually that value is equal to 0, reactance circle value of this is 0. So X value is 0 and resistance is 0.55. So 0.55 is a normalized minimum impedance here. Minimum impedance observes here, and what is that value? You can read here whatever the value observed here. Okay, for this example it is 0.55. Okay, so minimum impedance like this we can read. So this is normalized, multiply this by characteristic impedance, we will get a minimum actual impedance. Okay, so like that. So on the Smith chart we can read the maximum. So start from here, load point, we stop wherever it cuts the right side here and read the impedance, that is the maximum impedance, and it is also equal to VSWR. Next what you have to do, from further you move like this and stop wherever it intersects the left side of the Smith chart or the horizontal line. You stop here, read the impedance, you know down, it is a resistance circle value and a reactance circle value. Resistance, this is 0.6 circle. Okay, this is 0.5, but they are not passing. Okay, in between those two one more circle is there. You see this circle value, it is a 0.55 approximately, so I took that 0.55. That is the impedance here, that is the minimum impedance. Okay, so like easily you can read that value. Okay, so this is how to find a maximum and minimum impedance on the Smith chart. See, for the other example, this is for this load. Okay, for other load, for example, this is a load. Okay, this is a load point here. Okay, you for to find the maxima and minima values, Z maxima and Z minima, you move from here and stop here, read the impedance, that is a Z maxima, and it is equal to VSWR also. Okay, and next you further you move, okay, like this, and stop here wherever it cuts horizontal line here. Okay, this is a horizontal line, it is cutting here, stop here, read the impedance here. What is the impedance here? You read the resistance value and reactance value passing through this point. So this is 0.3, it is not passing. Okay, and this is some value. Okay, 0.2 here. So this is 0.2, 0.22, 0.24, 0.26, 0.28. This is 0.28 circle, this is 0.28 because this is 0.3. 0.3 circle is this. Each division here 0.02. From year to year, if you move from year to year, it is 0.02. So it is 0.22. This is 0.24, 0.246. Okay, this is sorry, 0.22, 0.24, 6, and this is the 3, 5 divisions are there. 4, 6, this is 3, 2.8 here, 2.7, it is not 9, okay, 2.7, this value is 2.7, okay. So this is a 0.27 because this is 0.3 here, and next to that is a point, this is 0.3, this is 0.28, so it is in between this and this. So this is 0.27, so it is 0.26, this circle 0.26, okay. So it is in between 0.28 and 0.26, so that value is a 0.27, this resistance value approximately you have to read, okay, need not worry exactly, okay. So like that this is a minimum impedance, so you can read like that, minimum impedance on the Smith chart. So what and all we saw now, we can measure the impedance value, maximum impedance value and the minimum impedance value, reflection coefficient we can measure, VSWR we can measure from the Smith chart, okay. Next what we can measure from the Smith chart is, see here, okay. So hello, is it audible? Hello, is it audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Okay. See here, as you move like this, we got a maximum impedance and minimum. So now what I was discussing about minima distance. What is the first minima distance? What is the first maxima distance from the load point? See, this is a load point here, ZL. As we move like this, we are coming across maximum impedance and minimum impedance, okay. So at what distance from here that maxima is there? See like this, see as you move like this, this is a maxima. So as we move like this, we are coming across this minima first time, okay, we move like this. So at what distance this minima is from the load point? Similarly here, okay, as you move like this, at what distance it is from load point, and also at what distance this maxima is from the load point, that also you can find out. Starting from load point you move like this, okay, at what distance it is this maxima from the load point, that we can find. Similarly at what distance it is from the load point, that also we can find, okay. To do that, what we have to do, see on the Smith chart you can do that easily. See from here, at what distance this so you move from the load point, okay, from the load point you should move, okay, we will take that figure. Okay, see here as we move like this from the load point, as we move like this, okay, we are coming across maximas and minimas. You can find out at what distance that is, because the maximum impedance we cannot observe anywhere over the transmission line. At a particular position it occurs. See, this is a maximum voltage, there only we can observe the maximum impedance, okay. So it is at a particular distance from the load point, okay. So that distance we can measure easily from the Smith chart instead of using that mathematical equations, okay. So you move like this from the load, okay, and you can find that from the Smith chart. You see here, to do that what you have to do, mark the load. See again this for example, if a same load I have marked here. So what we have to do, starting from A, this point you move in the clockwise direction. That is nothing but moving like this over the transmission line. We are moving like this, we are moving over a transmission line like this, okay. You move like this, okay, you stop here wherever you find a maximum impedance. As I said, always maximum impedance appears at this position wherever this VSWR circle intersect right side, Okay, this horizontal. You stop here. You stop here. Okay. Then to measure the distance, so we moved like this and we stopped here. What is the distance here to here? That you can find from this Smith chart easily. That is, see, from the load point, you draw a line passing through this load point to intersect the wavelength scale. I was telling about there is a wavelength scale towards generator. This is a wavelength scale. See this upper, whatever the reading is there, this is for wavelength scale. Okay, towards the generator. You from this center of the Smith chart passing through the load point, you draw a line to intersect the wavelength scale somewhere here. Okay, it is a 0.192 lambda here, because 0.19 here each division from here to here 0.002. So this is 0.192, this point. Okay, so this red color 0.92. Okay, next what we have to do, okay, so you stop here and 0.192, read the wavelength scale reading here, whatever it is here, 0.192. Okay, next what we have to do, we stopped here, maximum impedance wherever you observe. Again passing through this point, you draw a line. See this line, you have to draw a line. Okay, it cuts the wavelength scale here, 0.25, 0.25 lambda, it cuts here, 0.25 lambda here. Okay, take that value 0.25 lambda minus this value, whatever you take. Okay, 0.192, you will be getting the value here, 0.058 lambda. Okay, that is the distance from here to here. Okay, the distance is 0.058 lambda. Okay, you take a distance, this is a wherever it cuts, this z maxima here. Okay, you draw a line passing through that point to the wavelength scale. It is here 0.25 minus this value 0.192 lambda. You will be getting this distance. Okay, red color marking, whatever arrow I have shown, that is 0.058 lambda. So that is the distance in terms of lambda. We can multiply this by lambda value, we will be get the actual value. Okay, so like the distance from here to here, distance from here to here is equal to this. Okay, that is the distance from here to here, maxima distance. See, from here to here, what's the distance? That is from the Smith chart here, from here to here. Okay, okay, so the distance from here to here, it is a red color arrow, whichever I showed here, up to this maximum impedance. Whatever the distance is there, that is from here to here. How to measure this distance? That is this way. Okay, that is a distance from here to here, maximum position. So like we can easily read it from the Smith chart. Similarly, we can find minima distance also. At what distance this minima is? You see, minimum impedance you are observing here is correct. At as you move like this, we have to start moving from load point. You start from load point, you move like this and stop here. Okay, there we are having a minimum impedance. Measure the distance from here to here. That we can do easily from the Smith chart. So how to do that? So starting from the load point. Okay, starting from load point, you move like this, go on moving like this. Okay, you stop wherever minimum impedance is. As I said, and also it is true, it is always minimum impedance always observes at wherever VSWR circle cuts the left side of this Smith chart, this horizontal line. You stop here. Okay, you stop here. So what is the distance here? This is a minimum impedance that you read here, Z minimum impedance value. And at what distance it is from the load? See, at what distance that minima is from here to here. See, from here to here, what is the distance? Minima distance, because that minimum impedance doesn't occur at anywhere over this transmission line, at a particular position. At what distance it is from the load? You have to measure the distance. To measure that distance, Again, see from the load point, you measure the distance. This is a point, you draw, okay, starting from here, go on like this, okay, you stop here. See this, draw a line passing through this minimum impedance point, draw a line like this. It cuts the VSWR circle somewhere here, it cuts, you see this one, it cuts here. What is the impedance here? 0.5 lambda, because we started here 0 and this is 0.19 to 0.25 here, this is 0.5 lambda, because again 0 starts from here, 0.49, this is 0.5 again, afterwards it starts a 0.0 again, okay, this is 0.5 lambda also. So 0.5 lambda minus 0.192 lambda, see started from load, okay, the distance from ear to ear, okay, distance from starting from load up to this. What is that distance? Read the value, wavelength scale here value and wavelength scale value here, 0.5 lambda. 0.5 lambda minus this value, whatever here, okay, that gives the distance of minima here. As we move like this, it observes here, okay, that is a D minimum 0.308 lambda for this particular example. So that is a distance from here to here, here to here, okay, this distance, okay, we measured, that is the distance here. So it is easy to find now on the Smith chart, okay, wavelength scale is there, using that you can easily read that value at what distance it appears on the transmission line, okay. So like that D minimum distance we can read and the D maxima distance we can read. This is a D maxima, okay, this is a D minima from here to here, it is a greater distance, so it is 0.308 lambda minima position here, but maxima is only from here to here. Maxima first occurs here in this example, so only this much of distance, okay, that distance we can read as we observed, okay. See like measuring from here to here. Similarly, minima distance from here load point to up to this, okay, whatever is there you have to read. So like we can read minima distance, maxima distance from the load position, and also what is the impedance value at that position also we can read. So distance is okay, distance is from here to here, whatever is there, okay, and the impedance value at that position it is this, okay, whatever the impedance here you read, that is the maximum value of impedance, okay. So as we move like this, maximum appears here, maximum impedance. What is that maximum impedance value? Read here what is the impedance here, and what is the distance of that maxima from the load, that is from the wavelength scale you read, okay, like impedance value you can read, and what is its distance from the load, that we can read from the Smith chart. Similarly, minima also, okay, move like this and you stop here, okay, wherever it intersect left side here, okay, read the impedance here, that is a Z minimum value of impedance, okay, and also you can distance you can measure this one, that is from the wavelength scale from here up to this point, okay, whatever the impedance, okay. So like that you can do all these measurements as we saw till now, okay. We can find a reflection coefficient, VSWR we can find, Z maxima, Z minima, distance of first minima, distance of first maxima we can find, okay, and okay, all these parameters we can easily find. But if you start using the equations, it is very tough to get all these, because all are complex numbers. To handle complex numbers, mathematics is a tough one. But you can use it as a calculator, this Smith chart, and we can easily do all those things from the Smith chart, okay. And this is a basic what we are doing, but we can like this solve complex problems. Next impedance matching and all we will see, okay. Like Smith chart find many applications. Without this Smith chart we cannot design our RF circuits, okay. In the RF circuits it's very important user guide graphical method for solving the problems, okay. So till now we studied all these things, okay. As one more example as I have given here, okay. measure the distance and all, minima distance. Okay, you can, I have taken the second example, see like this. Okay, what is the load? This is a load given, we marked here. We saw already in the previous class how to find the reflection coefficient, okay, magnitude and the phase from the scale. Here scales are provided, from that you can easily find. This is a reflection coefficient scale, okay, and this is wavelength scale, towards the generator scale here. So from that we can find distance. Okay, so for this particular example, what is the distance of maxima, and what is the maximum value of impedance? That is here, you see here, start from here, move like this, stop here, read the impedance here, that is a Z maximum. And what is the distance of that? How to find out? You start, you draw a line like this passing through the load point to cut the wavelength scale here. Okay, here it is cutting. What is this wavelength scale? 0.08, 0.08. Okay, but behind that it is, okay. So what is this value here? See here, 0.07, this point, this is a 0.07. This each division, small division, 0.002, 0.002 each division. Okay, so what is the value we have to read here? Okay, what is that value? 0.0. Is it correct here? What I have marked here? This value is point 0.780, 780, this is, okay, and here also 0.078, because 0.08 here, one division behind, one division behind means each division is point, okay, okay, we will see that. Okay, that value is here point, this is D maximum is now 0.078 minus 0.25, 72 here. Okay, similarly here 0.8 is this value. So this is a 0.5 minus 0.078, 422 here. Okay, so what is this value here? Because this is a 0.08 here, 0.08. Each division here 0.002. So 0.07, one division means this point. If you come here 0.072, this is 0.074, 0.076, 0.078 here, this point, because our line is not coinciding with this, not at the 0.08, one division behind. So 0.078 lambda. So 0.708 lambda from the load point. Maximum point where it is here. So this is a line we have drawn. So passing through maxima point. It cuts the VSW, it cuts wavelength scale somewhere here. Go down, that is 0.025. Always it is at 0.025. Okay, so minus this value from this value 0.25 lambda minus this. Okay, we will be getting this value 0.172 lambda. This red color arrow from here to here is the D maximum, distance of maxima. Okay, so this so that is this D maxima is here. What is the this is the one, this distance is from here to here, this distance D maxima is 0.172 lambda. So that is from here to here we observed here. Okay, that is a distance here. Similarly we can measure the distance of minima also. So what we have to do, we start from here load point. Maxima, what we have to do, you have to stop here and measure the distance here from here to here, maxima distance. here to here. But for minima distance, start from load, move like this, and you go on moving. Where you have to stop, you stop wherever it intersect right side here, you stop here. Draw a line like this. I have not shown, you draw a line. It coincides the 0.5 lambda here, 0.5 lambda. So what we have to do, what is the distance from here to here? We have to, this is 0.5 lambda, this is 0.072 lambda. Okay, 7, sorry, again I did a mistake here, we have to change it. Okay, 8 here. Okay, this is 8, this is okay, you do that. Okay, 0.7, that is the distance here. So starting from 0.078 up to this, so 0.078 lambda you minus from here, 0.5 lambda minus 0.708 lambda. Okay, we will be getting the value here. Okay, so that is what is that value, 0.5 minus 0.078, we will be getting 0.422. Okay, so this value is 0.422. So the distance is 0.422 lambda from here go on like this. Okay, measure here. Okay, the total distance 0.422 lambda. So like that d minimum, where is that d minimum? It is at a distance of 0.422 lambda from the load point. So like that for any load you can do that. Okay, for example, if the load is like this, see here, this is the load. What is the minima distance? What is the maxima distance for this load? See, for example, if the load is here, load point is here, what is the maxima distance and what is the minima distance? Okay, in the earlier problem, load is here. See, load is here. In the upper part, we were taken always load. Okay, in the previous 2 problems. But if the load is here, below, minus here, what is this? Is a load point. Then VSWR is like OB divided by OP. Okay, that is a reflection coefficient. Angle is here. Angle you should take here. Angle of that. If the point is here, load point is here somewhere. Okay, below the Smith chart. I took here. Okay. Then what is the reflection coefficient magnitude? OB divided by OP only. Okay. But angle is, you should read here, you should draw line, you should not draw line. Okay, you should starting from the center of the Smith chart, passing through the load point, you draw like this. Wherever it intersect scale, reflection coefficient scale, you see here, reflection coefficient scale, this is a reflection coefficient scale, it intersects somewhere here. This is 160, but it is intersecting somewhere here. This is increasing value, 160 here. I think this is 152 maybe here. This is 152. So the angle is minus 152. This pi b if the load is here below. Because the line, if you draw a line passing through this point, load point, this is the load point. It may be anywhere. It may be upper part, or it may be, because if a reactance is negative, then the load is below the Smith chart. See, below part of this Smith chart. Below part means reactance is negative. Okay, and reflection coefficient is also negative. So mark the load, it may be negative reactance, it may come here. Okay, to find the reflection coefficient angle, you draw a line passing through this point. Okay, it intersect reflection coefficient scale somewhere here. Read whatever the value. See, this is the reflection coefficient angle value. It is 160. Okay, behind that it is maybe minus 155, 52 degrees here. Okay, because it is 4 division behind. Okay, 152 that value. Okay, minus 152 reflection coefficient angle. But magnitude, it is OB divided by OP only. OP, this is OB, whatever the distance from up to load, from here to load, here, scale, using scale. OB divided by OP is a reflection magnitude, that remains. But pi b, phase different here. Phase of the reflection coefficient is negative here. Whatever the reading here, you have to read. And similarly, what is the maxima and minima impedances and distances? This is the load point. Okay, to find the maxima position, what is the maximum impedance? If the load is here, what we have to do to find the maxima value, maximum Z maximum and Z maximum and VSWR? You should start from here. You move over the VSWR circle. Go on like this. Okay, don't stop here. You should, to find the Z maxima, what you have to do, you should move over the VSWR circle and stop wherever it intersect right side horizontal line, right side of the Smith chart, and intersecting with the horizontal line. This is a horizontal line, it is intersecting here. Okay, you should start from here and move like this. Wherever it intersect right side, again you stop. That is a maximum impedance. Okay, you read that. And what is the impedance, okay, that is a Z maximum value. You can read here what is the impedance value, here you read. Okay, 3.6 again. But what is the Z maxima distance? At what distance this maxima is from the load? For that, what we have to do, distance measurement, you should measure the distance from here, okay. So you draw a line passing here to up to wavelength scale. What is the value you read here? Measure the distance, how much distance it is. Go on like this, up to this you should read distance up to here, starting from maxima distance is, because see like this, we crossed minima and then we came to your maxima in this example. See here, if you start moving from here, you can see you go on moving like this. We are coming to this point. What is this point? Actually, always wherever VSWR circle intersect left side, that is a minimum impedance what we can come across. This is minimum. So what in this problem, what happens, as you start from load, move in the clockwise direction. Okay, we are coming minimum impedance first. Minima impedance first observes Z minimum. Afterwards comes the maxima. That takes place here. Always maxima doesn't come first. It may depends upon the load value. So for this example, what happens? Start from west, load, move in the clockwise direction. See, we are crossing this left side horizontal line here. Actually, there we can observe minimum impedance. Okay, so we are crossing the minimum impedance first. Z minimum, that is 0.29 in this case, and afterwards we are going to Z maxima. So Z maxima appears after the Z minima from the load. Okay, in the previous examples what we did, see, as you move like the first we are coming across maxima, okay, then minima comes in these examples. Okay, but in the present example, what happens here in this case, first we are coming across a minima, then we are coming to the maximum value. So maxima distance is from here up to this, you should measure whatever the distance. I already told how to measure the distance. Okay, so like that. And minima distance, you start from here, you stop wherever it stop intersect with the left side of the Smith chart and horizontal axis intersection. Stop here. You read the impedance here, and that is a minimum position. What is the distance from here to here? Distance you measure. You draw a line from here, passing through here. Okay, this one. Read the wavelength scale here and wavelength value here. Take a difference. That gives the minima distance. Okay, like that. Understood here. So if the load is below part, always we are coming across first minima, then maxima. But if the load is upper part, see here, first maxima comes, then minima comes. Okay, but that's why be careful while measuring the distance. Okay, I told already how to measure the distance. Okay, so okay, this like this we can do. So for any load, these are the things we can calculate. Okay, using Smith chart, all these things we can find. Okay, is it audible? Hello, 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 is it audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, okay.